So, in my quest to review every Disney animated movie on this channel, at least the official Disney animated movies, there is a difference between stuff like a Goofy movie. But I did review The Lion King and the remake. I reviewed The Lion King and the remake because I wanted to review the original before I went to go see the remake to share my thoughts on that. And then I did the rant/review of The Lion King remake. And I kind of don't just rush to write reviews of Disney animated movies. But regardless, and I was babysitting my cousin this evening, and I thought she might want to watch a Disney movie, so little girls seem to love Little Mermaid the most, so Little Mermaid it was. I did not want to watch Frozen. I hate Frozen, as I've said before on this channel. Frozen is probably my least favorite movie of all time, next to Batman vs. Superman and Justice League, and Frozen 2, the Emoji Movie, and the Lion King remake, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and every other Disney live-action remake. So yeah. But yeah, I've never loved The Little Mermaid. In fact, I've never actually been able to sit through it on my own. The first time I saw The Little Mermaid was as a little boy. I think it was 8 or 5. I don't remember when I saw this movie. I just know I saw it as a kid. We didn't own it on Blu-ray because back when I actually grew up, when I was a little baby, I remember we had VHS. I don't remember exactly what movies or anything because I was so young. All I remember is that we used to have them. I have faded memories in my brain of that. And then I think we upgraded DVD, and we bought Little Mermaid on DVD. I've never seen it in HD, actually. I didn't think we own it in HD. I don't think we own Aladdin like that. I should probably watch that on Disney+. But, this is a movie that I can't say I've ever really wanted to go back to. I'm a male, okay? I'm a dude, okay? I don't like movies about singing mermaids, okay? Falling in love with guys that they just met. And, hey, it's fine. I've seen the sequels, by the way, too. I have a problem with these Disney movies. I've seen all the Disney sequels, believe it or not. Anyways, I actually used to rent some of them from Blockbuster back when that was still around. Yeah, I was born in 2003, so that's your time frame there of when I've been alive and how long I've been alive and what's been around for so long. So yeah, I never really loved this movie. I own Under the Sea and Kiss the Girl because I like those songs. I think they're well-made songs and I really like them. But my main problem with this movie, personally, when I was a kid, was it was boring. And I don't think it's boring rewatching it. It's a very well-paced movie because there's literally a scene where Ariel goes up to the surface, sees this boat, and there's a party on the boat, and then it catches on fire, and then she saves them, which isn't really a spoiler. It doesn't mean much in the film knowing this. But anyways, when the sequence happens, that's 4 or 5 different things happening all in the same scene, and they flow together perfectly. There is amazing, flawless pacing in this movie, and the animation is flawless. The best part about this movie is the animation, of course, and when you see the parts where Ariel loses her voice, it's so expressive, the look on her face. You can still tell how she's feeling without there being words to describe. This is how Ariel's thinking. My little, 5-year-old cousin, she could understand it perfectly. And she didn't have to have me overtly explain things, And so it's that good that a little kid could understand it perfectly. It's just this mermaid making funny expressions and things. And the other thing about Ariel is that they had like a live action model that they'd draw her movements and then put that as those would be Ariel's movements in the movie. and you can tell because it looks very realistic and it's very well done, and I love that. The songs are great. I don't like all of them personally, but they're all good songs, objectively speaking. I don't really care for all Part of Your World. Poor Unfortunate Souls, it's okay in parts of it, because parts of it, the first half is slow, and then it gets boom at the end, and that's a memorable song, but an occasionally I'll have poor unfortunate souls in vain, in pain, in my head, and there's that ride at Disneyland, that California Adventure or whatever. I think it's exclusive to there. I actually did ride that ride, and it's basically just what it is you get in a, like, I guess this is just my memory of Little Mermaid and all the little stuff I've done with it. I got on the ride, and this was at a school trip, and when I got on the ride, and you get like a seashell, and you go through all the musical numbers, like Under the Sea, Part of Your World, and you see all the animatronics, you see Ursula, and you see the whole movie basically, and all the songs, and then the movie ends. That's basically all the ride is. It's nothing too special, but it's fun enough. I went on the ride not being a huge fan of Little Mermaid, just because I like the animatronics, and I think they're very cool, and I think Disney has some of the best ever made, honestly, at their theme parks. Just amazing stuff. But I saw this movie. So I like the Little Mermaid. I respect it more than I like it, but I think it's okay. I think it's one of those movies that's just like, it exists out there, and it's kind of weird that Disney's gonna remake it, cast a black Ariel, which that's a little weird to me. I don't know why they're doing that, but by the way, that was my grandpa. He walked in the room. I apologize for that, but it's a good movie, and I don't think it's one I love. I don't love it as much as everybody else does. Everybody loves The Little Mermaid, for crying out loud. I am just like on the park or the area where it's okay. It's just okay. I think where this movie really falters is that Ariel really loves Eric randomly all of a sudden. Like, it's really framed as she's... No, Ariel's 16 in this movie, which I think is weird because he gets married at the end of the movie, but whatever. I guess mermaid rules. I guess mermaids are allowed to get married at 16. I better hook up with a mermaid. No, I'm just kidding. Gosh. Anyways, she, like, when she sees him, it's just like, he's hot. And now she loves him all of a sudden. That line, "Daddy, I love him," is in this movie. Yeah, I don't like that. And also, most of it's just framed as her whining to get what she wants. It's not, and there's nothing to prove their chemistry later on that makes me go, yeah, these people really like each other. It's the looks and the voice. I don't know. That always bothered me, and I just don't like this movie for that reason. I think that is a poorly written thing. I think Ariel's just a plain bad character. I don't think Eric is a character. But regardless, it's fun to watch. It's exciting. It's well paced. It's got good music, good animation. It's just a blast all around. But it's not one I love personally, like, honestly, at all. I think it's I don't know. I keep arguing with myself, but I really do think this movie's okay. I just don't get why everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, we love this movie." Ow. Oh my gosh, my arm. But it's fine. It's a fine movie. And again, if you haven't seen Little Mermaid, go check it out. It's a classic. People love it. You may even like it more than I do. A lot of people do. I understand. It's just not as good as everyone says it is, to be honest. It is a good movie. Don't get me wrong. It's like a solid 6 out of 10 movie. It's closer to a 7 than a 6, but I'm going to keep it at 6 because I don't think it gets close to a 7, but it's not quite there. Anyways, that's going to do it for this review.